Hey everyone, I wanted to hop on and just give you a few tips and just a kind of a way to prepare for your post-op follow-up as far as getting your catheter removed or finding out when that will be and what that process will be like. So this again, if you have seen my other videos on this channel, this is my second time around having a Foley catheter for about 3 weeks this time. So I did have vesicovaginal surgery here about a little over 3 weeks ago now, which involves surgery on the bladder but also on the vagina. So I had kind of a double repair in that procedure. And so that's why I have the Foley catheter. When you have your post-op consultation with your doctor or surgeon, they will discuss at that point when you'll be getting the catheter removed. More than likely, you will have to have a procedure that is called a cystogram. And that is a test that they will conduct to make sure that the bladder is able to hold a normal amount of volume of liquid without any basically any fluid or urine from releasing out into the body cavity or anywhere it should not be, that the walls of the bladder are intact and that the surgical repair site is full integrity again and is, healed. So that's what the doctor is looking for. So like myself, I have my follow-up visit with my surgeon here this next week. I really don't know when I will have my Foley out at that point. More than likely, it's going to be a few days from that point. I was reading a lot of journals, and I'm not a health professional, but I was reading that ideally urologists really do not like to have a urinary catheter in for more than 4 weeks. Definitely let me know down below if you know that that is to be true or not. Just something I came across more and more, and I thought there's something about that 4 week mark, so not sure what that is exactly, but they will more than likely do that. And so just to be prepared for that procedure, when I went for my first cystogram, I just went with my full urinary catheter collection bag and not the thigh bag because I live an hour from the hospital it was going to be conducted at anyway, and I didn't know what the weight would be like, and I really don't prefer the thigh or the leg bags. I have a video on those and just, some tips on, getting out and about if you have appointments and things. But I don't remember if they told me to bring the collection bag. I really don't remember. But basically, they remove that and then attach something else. I can't quite remember. But basically, your bladder will be filled with this like bluish fluid. I'm assuming it's some kind of contrast dye that helps the urologist see the repair site and the integrity of that and making sure that everything is healed properly. To prepare for that appointment, that's just myself personally, I would have maybe bring the leg bag with you. If you have one that's sterile and not open, it's still in its original packaging, I would throw that in your bag just in case. I would dress comfortably. If you are able to wear like baggier pants or even like a skirt, anything like that, just to make it more comfortable for yourself. I did not feel a need to like conceal my collection bag. I just kind of turned the white part of the bag out and the clear part where you can actually see your urine. I had that always kind of facing my body. So, I mean, it's a hospital. Like there are worse things to be seen, right? So again, I don't suffer vanity. I didn't really care. That's what I was there for, right? So I didn't worry too much about that. So to prepare for that, I would not, if at all possible, I would not go back to work or to another appointment, or even like if you were planning on, running into the grocery store or something after that. I would not. I found the procedure itself to be pretty uncomfortable. They fill your bladder so full. It's really uncomfortable. They tell you that. I had actually a great urologist that was telling me like just, slow deep breaths. And it's very brief, but it is necessary, so try your best to relax. I ideally would not have anything else going on that day. If you can have someone go with you, even better, but it's something I would feel comfortable with attending myself. You kind of go back to a special room where that test is conducted. They will be filling your bladder with that like bluish liquid or something, and then it's drained, and then your original Foley collection bag is like reattached, and you can get dressed and you're good. So and then usually, well, and I haven't really gotten any information as what they're going to do this time. But the first time I had my catheter, the urologist said, "Okay, you're all clear. Your incision, site on the bladder has healed to my, satisfaction." And he said, "I will call your doctor and let them know that you are good to go. So just reach out to them and you can have your catheter removed at that point." So, and it's really cool. His nurse was very cool, and she was really nice. She's like, "How long have you had this in?" And I said, like 16, 17 days. And she's like, "Oh my God." She said, "I would just call, like, they're open now, right? Your doctor's office is open now." And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, just call them and just tell them, like, I'm on my way and I'm getting this out." I didn't want to be that way. I thought that was a little coarse. I don't feel like that's professional to just kind of like show up at the doctor's office demanding it. I did have a medical professional tell me that's what we always tell our patients with a catheter. Like, "Do you really want to have this another 3 days?" And I said, "Really, at this point, I don't think I'm any indifferent on it. It doesn't matter." But basically, yes, they will either do that themselves. They will send those findings over to the surgeon. They will also tell them, of course, that either yay or nay. Your incision is just fine. Everything is healed up with the bladder, or not. So what I did is I just went home, like I got a shower, I had a nice lunch, and I just kind of like rested for the rest of the day, because it was a good bit of pain. So yeah, just go home. Like it's a good day for just like curl up, watch a movie, relax the rest of the day. I don't advise like going right back to work or school or anything. It's a good day to just go home and rest after that. But yeah, when you are feeling a little better, definitely reach out to your doctor's office and see when you can have your Foley DC'd or discharged or removed. They will have you come in. Usually they'll just tell you to like undress from the waist down, and they just give you like a little blanket or something to cover up with. The nurse comes in, they remove the catheter, and heads up, they aren't always the best at telling you how to prepare yourself for that appointment. So I wanted to drop a little bit of information here to help you with that. When you are going to be having your Foley catheter removed, same thing, I would not, if at all possible, I understand there's lines of work where you don't have a choice, and I understand that. But I myself personally would recommend that day also, I wouldn't have anything else to go do. It's a really good time to just go home again, get a nice hot shower, curl up, watch a movie, and rest. Get some hot tea and take it easy, because my urethra was pretty sore after that. And just having that tubing in place for so long, I felt like taking things easy and just letting my body kind of transition back to not having an indwelling catheter and urinating on my own. And I just flushed my bladder that day with lots of hot tea and water. So also, again, they don't tell you a lot, and it's unfortunate, but I had a little bit of bleeding, and it was just a little uncomfortable, just a little bit. And I think it's because the urethra muscles or something are just a little bit lazy, like relaxed. I would, just for your own peace of mind, because I think I did have a drop or two on my little pad when I got home, but I would wear a panty liner or a pad or anything. I would just go ahead and have a clean pair of underwear or boxers for men, or briefs, whichever. But I would also, like, even for men, like, I'm just saying, you might want to have like a pad or something there just in case, because it felt very strange. And I felt like as I was getting that urge to urinate, I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to have an accident? My body has just not needed to urinate on its own for a long time. So just something I recommend. And again, for women, a light pad or even a panty liner, whatever you have. And if you are not able to wear underwear because of your catheter, it can be uncomfortable, which is more than understandable. So I would bring, for men or women, I would bring a pair of underwear and that pad with you, because they basically, the nurse just removed the catheter and just like threw her gloves in the trash can. She's like, you're good to go, and ran out of the room so fast. I was like, didn't even have time for a question. So a little bit of lapse in like post care, but one of those things, right? So that's why I created this channel, again, just to kind of pass any knowledge and information and experience on to other people that I can, because I think it's a little alien feeling, just kind of like, okay, that's it. So I hope that helps. Again, on those days when you have your cystogram, and then eventually the day you get your catheter removed, have some hot tea, have a hot shower, and be kind to yourself, because your body's been through a lot. So I hope that helps. I will hopefully have another video or two just kind of concluding this weird odyssey of having urinary catheters twice. But let me know in the comment section what I can help with. If you have any questions, anything I can kind of flesh out in better detail, and I'm more than happy to do so. But until next time, y'all stay safe and have an awesome rest of your day. Bye.